Ancient Investigation Journal, Part 1. An investigation journal found in the front of the ruins with a circular entrance. Its author seems to have been that of a member of the aristocracy that once ruled Mondstadt. The weather remains inclement today. Although the snow and wind are beginning to subside, one is hard-pressed to keep their eyes open when faced with the occasional gusts that still whip up. Such conditions bring to mind an ancient verse, where the wind and snow are likened by the poet to the lashes of a pale iron sword. But, just as Master Landrich once said, one must press on, no matter the difficulties met along the way. We must return to Mondstadt bearing great achievements. Only then will I live up to Master Landrich's expectations and bring honor to my family's name. And only then will the arrogance of those who conspire to rebel be put to rest once and for all. Based on an inscription, we decided to abandon our original plans of exploring the cellar in the southwestern ruins in favor of going to a locked secret chamber. According to the inscription text deciphered by Master Eberhardt, the chamber should contain impressive ancient frescoes along which weapons forged from star silver. If that's the case, this could easily be the most significant archaeological discovery in decades. That's what Master Ingbert said, at least. But somehow my heart still can't forget the companions we lost in the snowstorm just days before. I sincerely hope that Master Eberhardt was right when he said that they were aristocratic children religiously trained from childhood and perfectly capable of making their way back to camp on their own. We shall soon set off from South Base Camp to delve further into the inner reaches of the ruins. This time it is imperative that we closely examine the stability of the ruins before we enter. Ancient Investigation Journal, Part 2. An investigation journal found in the basement of the ice-covered ruins. Its author seems to have been a member of the aristocracy that once ruled Mondstadt. Due to the tragedy that befell us previously, I fear that my prior journal entries are now all but lost. It is most unfortunate that the investigation notes were lost, but the conditions here are truly dangerous. Alas, we were unable to budge those great doors. In the end, we returned empty-handed, with no sight of the fresco or the ancient weapons which Master Ingbert so greatly desired to see. Upon returning to South Base Camp, there was still no sign of the others who had gone missing in the snowstorm. Although the chance may be a slim one, we can only hope that they made it down the mountain and are now returning with help and more supplies. It certainly won't be long before our remaining supplies run out. As cruel as it may seem to say such a thing, the cave-in that occurred just before the round door of the secret room not only robbed us of Nick, but also all the food and fuel he was carrying. I had said that it was imperative we first check the structural integrity of the ruins. I clearly remember telling him that. Perhaps the streak of unfortunate incidents we've encountered in the past few days had caused me to turn bitter. Or perhaps this is simply the natural toll such desperate conditions take on people. The fact that Master Eberhardt could maintain a level head even in the face of such adverse conditions only made him all the more admirable. Perhaps this is the true tenacity of a young aristocrat. Master Landrich's judgments seem to have been well-founded. Even as an illegitimate child, he is quite capable of living up to the role of an aristocrat. More so than most of the other aristocrats, in fact. When the storm eases a little, we will proceed to the cellar in the southwestern ruins as per Eberhardt's proposal. Based on the content of what he deciphered, there may be something very ancient within. The sheer cold of this place has the incomprehensible effect of preserving things the way they are. We must not let down the companions we lost, and more importantly, we must not let Master Landrich down. Otherwise, I will most likely be facing off against monsters in the gladiatorial arena before too long. Even if I beat the monsters, I would probably share the fate of Eberhardt's slave, and meet my demise at the sword of the Red Hair Reaper of the Lawrence clan. Ancient Investigation Journal, Part 3. An investigation journal found in the camp on the sunny side of Dragonspine. Its author seems to have been a member of the aristocracy that once ruled Mondstadt. Does this history of this place make the scenery look bleaker? Or is the bleakness of the scenery here responsible for its grim history in the first place? Could it be that I'm only having these thoughts because of all that has happened during the investigation? Or perhaps I'm just starting to lose my wits due to the blood loss and the sheer cold? Whatever the answer, one thing I'm fairly certain of is that this will be my last journal entry. In the end, Eberhardt's plan failed. In fact, no. I rather think he succeeded. In hindsight, his actions are all too clear. I'm surprised none of us saw what he was doing, and now that I think about it, I fear that the companions we have been separated from along the way will have already fallen victim to his treachery. The cave-in at the front of the secret room with the round door was surely all part of his plan. Only at the very end, when he led Master Ingbert and me to the cellar in the southwestern ruins and took out his polearm, did I finally understand. His talk of a lost civilization buried beneath the snow and a power descended from the heavens were just a means to an end. He knew Ingbert loved the idea of exploration and adventure and used this to lure him into a deserted place where no one would be able to help him. When all said and done, this all comes down to him being an illegitimate child. The polearm is an inelegant weapon, unbecoming of an aristocrat. I wonder if he secretly trained to use it for the sole purpose of killing his master here, clearing one more obstacle from his path towards dominion over the clan. Now that I think about it, Master Parsifal's disobedience, love of chivalric play acting, and eventual departure must surely have been encouraged by him behind the scenes. The image of Ingbert being struck by his polearm is one I shall never be able to get out of my head. We all grew up together, when none of us saw beyond the kind and gentle facade to the monster he was inside. Lanrich was already planning to bestow the clan name upon him after returning from the investigation anyway. Maybe if Ivanhoard had known of Lanrich's plans, things never would have turned out this way. Or perhaps Ivanhoard already knew of Lanrich's plans, and that was precisely what prompted him to take this opportunity to move himself one step closer towards the front of the line of succession. I'm sorry, Priscilla, or I will not make it back to Mondstadt. Whoever reads this, please warn Lanrich. Ivanhoard is badly injured too, but there's still a chance he would make it back to Mondstadt. And if that happens, there will only be one more obstacle left for him on his road to revolt.